done anything YouTube related. I have been a busy boy. I've been a very busy boy. Um, I've been working my ass off as of late. Uh, I work at McDonald's, and so I've been doing a lot of work over there. I've been doing a lot of shit. I'm working 5 to 1 like every single day, so I've been putting a lot of the shit in. And today I thought I would go ahead play some old school Call of Duty. We're gonna be playing some Black Ops 1 today. And it's gonna be more or less like Kino der Toten. Maybe we're gonna play a game of Moon. I'm not the best at that map, so probably not. But I do want to play Derice. That's like the main map I do want to hop on today. It's not gonna be a long stream, but we're just here to chill. We're here to have fun. Um, and just like chill in the nostalgia, talk about zombies, talk about everything that's going on right now. And yeah, like just have a good time. Let me go ahead and upload a thumbnail. I only have a Black Ops 3 thumbnail. Why do I just have a Black Ops 3 thumbnail? I should have a Black Ops 1 thumbnail. Let me look up Black Ops zombies and maybe there's like a cute photo I can put up, you know? Little cute photo. Cute one. Um the countdown wearing the thing. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-ba. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. It's around here somewhere. Ah, yes. A screenshot. That's what I want. I want a screenshot of an internal map. Thank you. Thank you very much, Google. Because that's what I Googled. I Googled screenshot. It was definitely not me asking you to just fucking give me something that isn't the yes. If you know what I know. Um let's see. Pictures. Where did it download? Hetero. 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 On the floor. Ba da da da. It a bit of better da. Um It was in the wrong format, wasn't it? It fucking of course it was. Let me look here. It downloaded as an AVIF file? Why? I asked it? Yeah, totally. I asked it not to do that thing. To do a different thing. Not that thing, but a whole other thing. So why do that thing? Let me see if I can find the here it is. No, that's a fucking small ass picture. Oh, there it is. That's more like the actual thing I'm doing, and it's a JPEG. Fuck yeah, dog, we found a JPEG! Whoop 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 whoop. No. Add tags. Ooh, I remember when I would do tags all the time. Old school YouTube days. Uh I haven't done tags in so long. I need to make videos again. I already have like one video done. I just need to release it. Uh I'm almost done. Okay, that's it. That's all the ones I can fit. Recording date today. Gaming. We're totally gaming, fellas. We are so fucking gaming today. That's what we're doing. I don't know what y'all are doing, but I'm gaming. That's what I'm doing. I'm straight up gaming. That's what's happening. We're gaming. Uh both of that. Anyone. Yeah. Everything's good. All right, cool. So I wanted to start this stream off a little differently because usually how I would start the stream is just saying screw it, and then I would put the game on and we'd play and everything like that. But instead, I wanted to kind of introduce this. Today was possibly, I think, one out of like 3 to 4 days in a row so far that I've been doing 5 to 1 days at my job. 5 to 1 being 5 in the morning to 1 p.m. And it's been a little difficult because I'm not used to it. I am totally not used to these kinds of things. In terms of being able to do long days, do 8-hour days, um, and being able to do that with my body and being able to go through it and everything like that. Just all together doing it and like actively being able to work for all that. And so far, I'm at like 16, almost 30 hours right now for this week alone already, and then topped off these last couple of days. It's just been a lot of work because my main maintenance dude that I do my work with, he was on vacation, so I was kind of just picking up for all of his slack plus adding on my slack. So it was just a lot of stuff that I was dealing with. And I came home today, and my fiance told me that there was a really fucking cool comic book shop across the street from our house doing a sale. And so I went ahead and I went across the street to the comic book shop when I came back, and I saw the sale they were doing. I was looking through all of the stuff they had. It was 50% off any comic book in that store, and the comic books they had were all very fairly priced. All the actual comic books they had were like $5 for the most part, unless it was like a really good one. Then it was like probably 10 to 15 bucks. And then their more bigger books were the ones that were for sure like 10 to 15 bucks, but those big ass ones were $10, like 10, 15 probably. But if it was something like I saw they had Harley Quinn's one of the Harley Quinn series. There's like so many of them, so I don't even really remember which one it was. But there was an entire book cataloging that entire series, and it was like $20. It was a really good price. But everything was half off, so that would have been like $10 just for that entire series. So it's a pretty good deal that I was going across. But anyways, I had like a $30 limit. Just because I didn't want to like run my bank too hot. So I just only spent $30. And when I went down there, I found so many baller ass comics. Let me go and pull them out. Sorry about like my background being all messy and shit. I don't really give a fuck. You look at my background; it's messy. I don't care. Fuck you. So my haul is just a little personal shit, like a lot of stuff that I just personally like. I got American Vampire book one, because Stephen King is fucking awesome. I love Scott Snyder. I love a lot of the fucking graphic novelists that worked on this. And I love westerns. I love vampires. I love everything that has to do with this book. And this was like $20 out the door. $20. Or actually no, it was $20 and then they cut it to 10, and then there was an additional discount for this novel because of the fact that it was like a novel they've had for a while. And so for the series American Vampire, they were doing like a 5 to 10% discount. So I had it for like $5. I got this fucking book. This big ass book. And I've been wanting to kind of like read more bigger cool novels like this. So yeah, I got it. And then another comic that I ended up getting was background. I'm a huge fan of this show called Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's just a I got a lot of vampire shit. Wow, I'm thinking back at it right now. I got a lot of vampire shit. I'm a vampire fan. I like vampires and zombies. What can I fucking say? I'm a guy. I'm a guy. I'm a goth man. Oh, but no, I always liked this show, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I watched it with my sister growing up. She would always have it on in the background, so I just naturally fell in love with the show because, I had no other choice. I was basically forced into it. And I will put that to my grave. But anyways, I got series 1, the first issue, just for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And yeah, that's Sarah Michelle Gellar from Call of the Dead, which is why I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Literally, she's in Call of the Dead. It's sick. Like, dude, that's actually, I think, partly why she was as famous as she was to have gotten into Call of the Dead with Danny Trejo and everybody else, because of the fact she was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is actually one of the shows that really got her famous in the 90s. If it wasn't for that show, her, I think there was another actor called David Boreanaz who plays in a little known series called Bones. If any of you are aware of the male lead in that, the guy who's big and all like kind of handsome-ish, like on the face, and he has that short hair, and he's always wearing that suit, and he's always like, and he's dating the main girl. That is the main squeeze in Buffy. He got his main, like, fame, I guess is the word, from Buffy. He was literally like picked up off of a beach, apparently. Like some freaking agent saw him walking down a beach front with his pet, and they saw him and they were like, "Oh, you look perfect for a show. You look perfect to be an actor." And then they cast him to be in Buffy. Good things about the comic book series. But I also picked up two Harley Quinn comics. Yeah, yeah. I picked up some Harley Quinn comics, Legion of Bats. The reason I picked up these specific ones is because my fiance and I watched the Harley Quinn animated series. I'm not sure exactly where I can go in the comics to like kind of find more of this kind of stuff, but my sister was one of the people that did ship the relationship a lot, but I don't know why I said my sister. My girl loves their fucking relationship. I said my sister because I got into Harley Quinn and Ivy and all DC because of my sister. She's a huge ass fan. So the second I saw this shit, the first thing I thought of was my sister. But me and her don't even really talk anymore. So I got these specifically for my girl because she loves their couple relationship thing. And it has them kissing on the cover, so she's gonna look at it and like squeal and girl out and everything. Is gonna be hella cute. But yeah, I got these for her so she can enjoy her comics. So I got two for me, two for her, because I wanted to be nice. Uh If only she was able to go with me. She had to work, sadly. Me and her are like freaking ships passing in a night right now. I just got off of work and then I went to the comic book store and everything like that. And literally, she dropped me off at home and just went straight to work. Like, she didn't even come inside. She just went straight to work. So it's like, damn, dude. Oh, sorry, sorry, baby. I accidentally fucking bunked the cat. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and jump inside of some giggityness of what I like to call Call of Duty Black Ops 1. We're not gonna play Call of the Dead, but we're gonna play Kino just to start. Just to start off, we're playing Kino der Toten. Uh, I have to say it's been pretty depressing lately to see the downfall of Call of Duty Zombies. I don't know if anybody agrees with me in any way, shape, or form, but I feel like Call of Duty Zombies and the storytelling aspects that Call of Duty Zombies has degraded over time. So when we to elaborate, when we go and uh, basically compare and contrast something like World at War Zombies, where it was an entire Easter egg that the mode even existed. You had to complete the entire campaign, which wasn't an easy feat, just to simply get to the Nazi zombies mode with Knock Their Own Toten and everything. And there was no escaping. You were just gonna die. And that was it. And the only Easter egg on that map that was official was a radio that played music. But then all of the zombies community and the people that were playing the game at that time kind of got together and started hearing things as they played zombies. And so things started getting a little crazy, to say the least. It became a crazy place to be for Call of Duty Zombies after people really started to hear things and try and elaborate on what they were hearing, even if those things weren't even there. Like the whole Sam thing is exactly what I'm talking about. So it's really cool for me to think about how storytelling used to be because of how nuanced it was, how behind the scenes in terms of like, and not behind the scenes, what's the term I'm trying to think of, like hard to see, like it wasn't right in front of your face, it wasn't there, it wasn't a UI on the screen basically telling you this little Easter egg, it wasn't a quote from somebody telling you this. I mean, in certain aspects it probably was, like in a radio or something, but instead of it being a radio, or instead of it being a little cipher that you find that you have to decipher and decrypt and all this stuff just to get like their basic message. It's now just being told to us. It's now just being kind of handheld to us. And I understand it's to kind of elaborate more to casual players who do not want to waste their time going in Toten, which is exactly what we're about to play. But the reason I was so interested in it is because of my sister telling me that there was an insane amount of Easter eggs and stuff that you can do, like little side quests and stuff. She kind of like, she just made it sound so grandiose. And the more I looked into it, the more I looked into the stuff that you could do. When I got into zombies, it was closer to when Black Ops 2 was starting with like Die Rise. It was around when Die Rise launched. So when I got into it, Easter eggs were already pretty freaking wild. Theories were already being crafted. Crazy Rabbit was in his prime, and he had already made all of those videos about the lore of Call of Duty Zombies. If anybody remembers his old videos that he used to do back in the day, I would watch tons and tons and tons of lore videos on the game. I would listen to radios back to back on YouTube trying to understand the story, but it was so convoluted to me that even back when it wasn't Black Ops 3 Zombies, back when it was just Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 with World at War and everything combined, I could still barely understand the fucking story. And the only reason was just because I was a kid. I was a little younger. I was like 10, 11 years old, maybe at most. So, to me, I couldn't really comprehend the story because it was a little slow. But it was a whole thing of the story had a lot of layers, a lot of nuance, had a lot of things to add on to it, and you had to understand a lot at once. But it was a really good story, and a story that you could unfold the more you look into the game. And you didn't even need to look into the game to begin with. You could just play the game and have fun. You didn't need to like have the story be shoved into your face. The only time we started doing that was closer to maybe Origins, to say the least. And, Black Ops 3 basically is when the story started being all out front. But when trying to recollect my thoughts here, but when things started just getting a lot less nuance, a lot less like looking into stuff and figuring stuff out and, kind of just enjoying the story, but then also being able to enjoy casual gameplay without everything just being told to you. It Once things started just becoming less of that, less of being able to enjoy stuff like that, is the less likely I know a lot of people enjoyed it. Less likely I enjoyed it. Heck, when even Black Ops 4 was out, I wasn't even a fan of that because I felt like they were just telling us everything. I didn't feel like there was anything to really be discovered in game because that was a big part as well of replayability within Call of Duty Zombies. And I know a lot of people can probably say, "Oh, you're looking too into this. You're thinking too much." When I compare and contrast new Call of Duty Zombies to old Call of Duty Zombies, people are gonna be all so butthurt because they always are when I bring this up. But it's real. It's a real thing. I'm not speaking out of my ass. I'm not being an unk here. There's a lot of difference between the zombie storyline and the zombie storyline that used to be. And a lot of it is the storytelling aspect. And I feel like the storytelling aspect has just dwindled. Because real storytelling, to me, is an art piece. It's something that is very multi-layered. Uh Something that I learned very early on when I learned how to write, when I was figuring out how to like write a book, how to like do little short essays, stuff like that. I always learned that the less you tell them, the better. And there is a big part of that when it comes to the zombie storyline. Because I feel like back in the day, with like World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, they really held on to that. The less you say, the better. Don't tell them, show them. And they showed us. And they had little things to show us in little tiny like bits and pieces all around the game. And it was up to us to find it. And it was up to us to piece the puzzles together and to figure out the puzzles. But they weren't telling us the solutions to the puzzles, and they also weren't shoving the story in our face. There was a lot of like little bits and pieces of story information and stuff that was there for the players, but it was just only enough for them to understand the basic story of what was going on at the time for the map. Like going into Ascension, oh, so we're just here, we're at this little like lunar area, this little space landing area. I guess we accidentally teleported here, and there's just a bunch of monkeys and stuff, but we'll survive. There's like a lot of like base story stuff to kind of understand about where we are. We're not completely lost, but we don't know the whole story of why we're here and everything because it doesn't tell us in the UI on the top left of our screen. It doesn't tell us how to start the Easter egg. And a lot of that is because of nuance. Or not just of nuance, that's a word I'm using too much of, but it's just because of not being forefront. Because a lot of the time you don't need to be. And I feel like the whole thing of the reason they do this now, the reason they're a lot more in your face with the story now is for casual players so that they can understand the story too. But I feel like that's such a bad cop out. It's such a bad cop out. It really is. When you think about it, it is a bad cop out to use because at the end of the day, casual players were fine this entire time. I started off as a casual player. I was totally cool. I could follow the little bits and pieces of story that I was finding. And yeah, like, I did have to dig deep to find the actual story, but that's because I wanted to. I could keep going without the story and I would have been fine. Because for a casual player, we were playing levels, playing a tower defense game. Because that's what this entire thing was. It's a rounds, everything like that. You don't really need much for a casual player to have fun, aside from just good gameplay mechanics, which even now is kind of hard for them to do in a lot of instances. So it's like, what's what's really going on here? Because I feel like there's a lot changing here and a lot going on here, and people are just using cop outs to make excuses. And then whenever people actually try and question, well, why is like this story is so much shit now? Is it because Treyarch doesn't control zombies anymore like they used to? Is it because it's not like how it used to be with zombies and with developers and everything, where it's not like Treyarch makes a game, then they make a game, then they make a game, because now everybody's just a part of the team for Call of Duty, I think. I think I actually heard that. I'm not sure if that's right. If that is, like, that's pretty fucking crazy, but zombies, I don't even think is controlled by Treyarch completely. So it's not even their fault, but like, at the end of the day, it shows. It really shows. Like, it even showed more so with Black Ops 4, how Black Ops 4 ended with the later maps. The maps that Jason Blundell didn't finish because he was let go before BO4 even ended. And then they sent off the last two maps to like a different company to finish them. You could tell that they were sent off to a different company to finish them because the story was crap and like everything was crap with the way they presented shit for like the later maps on BO4. Like Tag der Toten was shit. Nobody liked that map. I can tell you on like one hand how many people like that map. And it's probably this many. It's probably three fucking people. It's probably three people that worked on it. Like, I don't think anybody actually genuinely enjoyed Tag. Like, it had an alright story to some extent, but like, I don't know. It wasn't even really that good. And I don't even know if, like, I know all the story because I just know what they told me. I didn't look too much deeper into the map because there wasn't really anything to look too much deeper into. They just kind of told you everything. But, like, that's what I'm kind of getting at is, like, even though Jason Blundell, when he controlled the storyline, there was so much stuff being left unsaid. Even right now, there are things still left unsaid in Black Ops 3 Zombies. There are ciphers we still have not undisclosed. Like unencrypted, unencrypted, whatever the word is to say, like decoded. That's the word. That's the word. Whatever word to say decoded. Oh yeah, decoded. But yeah, no, we literally have encrypted ciphers that we still haven't decrypted. And a lot of those are for the super Easter egg in the game. Some of them in Der Eisendrach. Imagine that. Der fucking Eisendrach. One of the first maps we got. Literally one of the first memes that came out about Jason Blundell with the fog. And how he loves castles. So it's like, I don't know. I'm sitting here and I'm just like, how the fuck did this just get so bad? because Jason Blundell had a great viewpoint of how the story should go, how everything goes, how everything should like be nuanced, be kind of silent. Heck, even now, like we're still replaying Black Ops 3 Zombies because of the super Easter egg that could be in the game. We're still replaying Black Ops 3 Zombies like crazy because of all the hidden ciphers and stuff. The replayability of these games are by tenfold because of the ciphers and the hidden stuff they have. But I feel like Black Ops 6, I feel like Black Ops 4, I feel like a lot of the newer Zombies games are not sticking to that older style. And I know that's like, oh, well, they shouldn't be sticking to the older style. They should be evolving. Well, I understand that. But in order to evolve, I don't feel like you should evolve off of the worst traits that you have. Like, let's say you want to evolve a really powerful ass Pokemon, right? Like, let's say you want to level up your Pikachu and evolve that motherfucker. Why would you just pay attention to his tackle and be like, no, we want to get rid of Thundershock when we evolve him? Get rid of his thunder. Get rid of his electric shock. Get rid of it fully. We just want tackle. That's all we fucking want. Because all I think they want right now with Call of Duty Zombies is fucking tackle. They don't want Thundershock. Because I feel like at this point, if Call of Duty Zombies actually looked back at what made it so fucking successful for Black Ops 3, because if we like rewind the VHS tape before we return it to Blockbuster real quick, if we do that real quick, just so we were rewind, be kind, please rewind. If we do that, we can go back and see DELUSIONS when the Easter egg was being completed and fully figured out. We were hitting record high like live stream numbers for YouTubers doing these videos. Black Ops 3 was record high money, record high search results, record high everything for Call of Duty Zombies. It was a time to be a zombies YouTuber when Black Ops 3 came out. Heck, even when BO2 was out, that was a time to be a fucking zombies YouTuber. But for Black Ops 3 was the fucking heyday. Everybody goes back to BO3 and says in the DE era, when Darice and the Rock was out, that was the fucking time. That was the pinnacle of the mountain of making zombies content. And there hasn't been a time since then because of how powerful Black Ops 3 is. And it's still powerful. I could literally right now continue making Black Ops 3 content like nothing's changed. Like I did back in like 5, 6, 7 years ago when I was for BO3. I can just keep making BO3 zombies content like nothing's changed, make like a top 5 or whatever the fuck. And people will still watch it over BO6 content because of the fact that BO6 is just bored at this point. Like nobody wants to see more Seth Rogen and battle passes and all these extra bullshit that came after Advanced Warfare that kind of just shitted on the Call of Duty franchise as a whole. Like, even though some of those aspects were included in Black Ops 3 with Liquid Divinium and the black market, at least it wasn't as bad as it is now, where half of all of the menus that you find in Black Ops 6 are screens that tell you to like click on it to buy a bundle to get like tokens or to like buy a skin or to do this or that, instead of it being like, oh, click play here to play zombies or play multiplayer or anything like that, like an actual menu should be. Instead you have like a little square here with the game that you want to play, like multiplayer, little square here for zombies, and then the entire bottom of it is just an ad for the bundle they have with all the tokens and shit. And it's just a one big giant menu they made strategically so that you can buy their products. And that you can spend more money on an already expensive ass game. I don't understand where that makes sense. And I don't understand where it makes sense right now for people to actually enjoy the product we're getting with Black Ops 6. I don't. Because it's actually fucking turning into a pay to win bullshit. Like, it's turning into pay to win bullshit now. It's not even actually good content. Ugh. And I know people are gonna like sit here and say you're only mad because Aether is no longer in the game. You're only mad because this isn't Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1 or whatever. I'm gonna be frank with you. The story of Black Ops 4 was fucking fantastic in some states. And by that I mean the state of like the chaos story. How that was going up until like Voyage of Despair, up until like right before then, it was going fantastic. All of the cult stuff they were leading up with, all of the magic and alchemy and all that shit, it was kind of neat. I was fucking with it. And I was interested in those characters. My favorite was the doctor dude, the dude with the fucking hair and the white haired dude. I forgot his name, but he was my favorite. And the girl Scarlet, I think her name was, she literally reminded me so much of Misty. And that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. And Diego, dude, he gave me Tank Dempsey and Takio vibes. I fucked with that heavy. I fucked with the characters they had for Chaos Story. I thought Chaos Story was a good lead up. Or not a good lead up, but a good like follow up for Aether. I thought it was a good one. They just screwed up. They shitted the bed with Chaos so badly. After all that Medusa bullshit, like after Medusa, did they not even have a good lead up to that, or a lead up after that, or a follow up? I don't even think they had a good follow up after Medusa. That was like the last good thing that happened in the Easter eggs, or any of the story. And I'm not sure when that happened. I'm not sure if that was before or after Voyage. But I know Voyage was the fucking worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The only good part of Voyage was like the ending when, it ended, but also when we found out that the big dude was a part of the Illuminati or whatever the fuck. The cult. When we found that out, that was pretty fucking insane. But like there was so many good plot points to the Chaos story. And there's so many good plot points in general that they have put together. Heck, the Dark Aether as a whole, using the Dark Aether as a separate dimension the way they are, I think is great. I just think the way that they kind of did everything, the way that the game looks and the engine that they're using, the way that they make everything look, the way that the world building works, everything like that, I just feel like it's not fitting for zombies. And I feel like the Dark Aether, how they're going about using the Dark Aether and everything like that with this engine and with how everything looks, with how the assets that they're using look, everything looks really bright to me. Everything looks really saturated. Nothing really looks like, I guess the word I'm using is like dull, because that's like what I feel like when you're making a zombies game. Zombies are meant to be a horror aspect. The concept of zombies are supposed to be scary. They're not supposed to be just like AI, like the fucking cows in RuneScape or whatever the fuck. They're not just there. And I feel like in BO6 and a lot of games like that, they're just kind of there. They're just kind of like things you kill. And I don't feel like the set really feels that great for a zombies map. And I don't feel like the engine looks that good when you're playing zombies. Like on that engine, I don't think it looks as great because like the Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, like those engines, they actually looked pretty great when you played zombies. Everything looked clunky, everything looked compact, Everything looked very tight, and it was um dark. It was dull. Uh, a lot of just like it looked like something where you had to fucking survive. But now I just feel like it's very easy and just very bright and I don't feel like it's a dark survival zombies game anymore. I just feel like it's another mode. It just feels like I'm playing you know how in Black Ops 3 multiplayer there was an Easter egg for Nuketown where if you shot off all the mannequin heads, they would turn into zombies and start attacking you? Remember that? If you remember that Easter egg at all, that's how I feel like I play Zombies on every time now. I feel like every new Zombies experience is literally that Easter egg in Black Ops 3. How it felt to like go against those mannequins in like the complete daytime and how it looked and how it felt and everything. That's how I feel like Zombies is now, but a lot less smoother than that. Because even then, that was somewhat enjoyable to some extent. But now it's just like, I don't know what it is aside from the fact that the engine just doesn't work well with zombies. At least that I feel like, because I feel like they made the engine specifically for like Warzone and Battle Royale, and like they just have it very UI heavy, and it's very like it's not compact, it's like very condensed, and everything's like very clean, and it's like it doesn't look like a creative work anymore. I don't feel like they are putting any creativity into the mode anymore or into Call of Duty anymore. I honestly just feel like it's like a lot of I just feel like it's a lot of greed now, which you can say about a lot of different series these days. There's a lot of different ones that have just turned into greed. And I feel like this is one of them. Because, there's a lot of downfalls. Heck, I saw this video really, really recently from Milo, Mr. Rolf Wovels. He made a video talking about the downfall of storytelling in Call of Duty Zombies. And he literally did a comparison. He played World at War Zombies, Nocturne Toten, and he played through the entire map. And he also played the Giant as well, like Doris. And both maps he was like, they don't tell you the story. You spawn in, you figure it out for yourself, but you can still survive. It's still casual. You're still good. But as you slowly progress through the map, you like naturally have questions. You naturally perceive things that are happening around you. Like in Doris, when you initially launch into the map, how it's telling you you're near Breslau, Germany. You see a teleporter in front of you on the floor that needs power. You see a pack-a-punch machine. You wonder, what is this thing? How do I turn it on? You see the teleporter. You see that it's linked to the pack-a-punch machine. You're like, okay, so this teleporter has something to do with it, but it needs power. So now I need to go find the power. So now I need to get points. I need to kill zombies. I need to go find this power. And then he goes and he naturally finds the radio, and he's like, oh, so now I found a radio. Let me click square on it. He clicks square. The quote starts talking and everything like that. And he's like, oh, so now I know a little bit of information about this radio, about the people talking in it, about everything like that. And he's basically just stating, as you naturally play the game, it'll tell you everything without it needing to tell you anything. You'll be able to go throughout the game and do the objectives and set up your character, set up the game, set up the map without needing a UI and without needing everything to tell you to like go turn on power, go collect Juggernog or whatever the hell. You don't need like objectives telling you what to do. And for Easter eggs, the same thing. You don't need that because he even showed with Doris the Easter egg for the fly trap. He even showed that. He was like, yeah, it's like a very simple thing. Like, yeah, like you're probably gonna screw around. You're probably gonna use like Mustang and Sally's or an explosive or like a ray gun or something. And just like how when we originally found that Easter egg, it was just a random casual shooting around the map and found it. Or an Easter egg dude finding it just by casually shooting around the map, whatever it may be. the same thing can naturally happen to anybody who plays it. They get more curious. They start hunting around the map for little things. And that's what also causes replayability. But then all he did to completely do a counterpoint of how that's not even a thing anymore is he just showed a development trailer for one of the zombies games where they literally just unveiled everything that was going on in the map, all the story information about what the characters are doing at that certain point, why they're there, everything that has to do with the map, everything like that. And yeah, you can say like just because now after all this time we have more technology, we're being more transparent with, the fans and everything, so it's not really a big deal. We're just kind of, letting you know about the map, trying to sell it. But at the same time, when you're wanting to have a replayable map that looks good to a lot of people and that people are going to enjoy and attach to, when you just tell them everything about the map, they're not going to be more inquisitive when they play the map. So they're not going to want to replay it to figure out more and more and more about everything that's going on in the story. They're not going to pay attention more to all the story beats. Like, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I play the new Call of Duty games, no matter how invested I am, I can't really pay attention to all of the stuff they say because, it's just they endlessly dribble on and talk. It's like needless quotes and they needlessly tell you to go to point A to point B and everything. It's just all really tedious and needless and all in your face all the time, I feel like. And everything's so quick. Everything's just like fast paced now. Like you gotta go here, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this, you gotta do the Easter egg, you gotta do all that. But back with Black Ops 1, World at War, a lot of it was stuff that you really needed to take your time on. You needed to set up through the game. You needed to save zombies, to make crawlers. You needed to do all these things to where you set up through the game and you really like try your best to survive in the best way possible. And you take your time through the game. You stop and smell the roses, if you will. But with the newer games, it's just like it feels like you're always on speed. It feels like there's always a little syringe of MDMA right next to the game that gets just driven right into your fucking vein. Because it's just like whenever I play it now, I'm just like, oh, I gotta do this, so I gotta do that, oh, I gotta do this, so I gotta do that. Especially now because there's not as much time in between rounds. And, with all the special zombies, and then how open the area is, and how much you need to do, and all the little steps to do it, all that stuff. And half the Easter egg steps are tedious as shit. Like, the wheel valve step, I think it was, from the first map in Black Ops 6. I forgot that one, the Citadel, the Moorer map, where you had to go into the bowling alley and do the valve, and you had to really fucking sit there for like 5 minutes just hitting the square button while getting attacked by all the zombies and shit. That's just a very tedious Easter egg step. And they have a lot of similar ones. I've noticed just trying to do the Easter egg with my friends. Like I literally rage quit one of the Easter eggs I was doing on BO6 because of how stupid the Easter egg steps were. I was like, I don't care enough about this. I'm done. I'm not doing this. Cause like I was the only like I don't know. I hate the steps they're creating now. I hate the story they're going with now. You can call me a hater all you like. That's just my personal opinion. This is my personal rant. But at the same time, this is a personal opinion and a personal rant and everything like that I know a lot of people relate to. I see it everywhere I look. I'm always seeing people bring up these topics when they're talking about Call of Duty. That's half of the reason why I think right now there's not that many people that hyped for zombies anymore. Like, yeah, the maps are great, they're creating good stuff still, but who's really as hyped for the story as they were back with Dr. Monty and Shadow Man? Who's really as hyped as they were for the story back when World at War released and everyone thought they were hearing the word Sam come out of a zombie's mouth? Like, tell me right now that you are as excited as those people were back in World at War Zombies right now for Black Ops 6. You can't. You know why? Because the people who are creating Black Ops 6 right now can't outdo what one dude just wanted to do for like a little add-on Easter egg zombies map, because he actually had some creative soul and some heart that he wanted to put in. And because of that, people fell in love and saw the vision. And multiple people at the development team saw the vision, and it was his creativity that brought on zombies. Where's that creativity now? Where's the next zombies map? Or not zombies map, but zombies mode? Where's the next mode that isn't zombies that one of these devs are gonna make that are like, oh, I think this will be hella cool for our game. Let's try this out. And then it actually works out and it's good. And it's not like a straight up copy of Fortnite, which Warzone was and Battle Royale is. And I don't know. I feel like everything they do now, they're just copying other people and implementing it into their IP. And there's no creative soul there anymore. There's no creativity anymore. There's no actual pure love and joy for what's being done. And I feel like that's why ever since Jason Blundell left, we have seen a very huge downfall with the storytelling in zombies. And why I feel like you can't counter that point, because it's the truth. It's the straight truth that's literally in front of our eyes. It's basically like saying the sky isn't blue. It's like saying grass isn't green. It's kind of hard to sit here and go from listening to Beethoven to listening to like somebody just slamming on the keys or your cat walking across the keyboard. Like, I would much, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm listening to just a bunch of notes being played on a keyboard right now. I don't feel like I'm listening to an actual masterpiece. So, it's one of those things where I feel like Call of Duty Zombies is so far gone, and the only way to actually go back and figure out what the fuck we need to do next is for somebody at Zombies or in the dev team to realize what actually made Zombies famous in the first place, what made it so exciting in the first place. The unknown. Things we do not know. Things we don't know. Things you don't tell us. That's why Zombies got so famous, is because there was so much shit to speculate on. How many videos did you watch back in Black Ops 1 where people were trying to speculate on who Tank Dempsey's daughter was and how it was Misty? How many times did you watch videos talking about, oh, Misty is Tank Dempsey's father? Or daughter, sorry. I don't know why Misty would be Tank's father. Uh, Or like, how about in Black Ops 3 when we were all making the joke that OG Takio got freaking sexually assaulted by the spider in Zetsubo no Shima? Turns out we were right, but it was a joke. But it was still something that we were just like joking about. It was a story beat that became true, and it's something to where like there's so much that goes into these like things that it's just love, joy, it's creativity, it's pure just fan base, it's all this shit. But we don't get that anymore. And there's never gonna be another set of people looking to Black Ops 6 like that, or in any future Call of Duty, if they're gonna continue this path. If they're gonna continue the path of telling us fuck all, and by fuck all, I mean fucking everything, fucking all, then there's not gonna be another surgence of people like in Black Ops 3. It's just gonna be like, oh yeah, we play zombies. We play the games. We play the Easter eggs. We go through it. We go through it. Yeah. That's it. That's all it's gonna be. It's not gonna be like, oh yeah, I make theory videos about the story. Oh, I speculate about the story. Oh, I make videos where I go into the maps and I talk about all the little Easter eggs that I find in the map. Yeah. No, it's none of that. None of that. You'll see Easter egg walkthrough videos, you'll find Easter eggs that like are in the map and stuff like that that they talk about for like a week or two. You'll talk about like you'll see videos like all quotes in the map because they got nothing else to fucking make videos about because the map is just dry. The maps are dry. That's why you're not really seeing a lot of like good COD Zombies content that derives off of new COD Zombies because a lot of that content is just going to be like the same stuff you've already seen. Easter eggs and then them probably doing a challenge video like the 3-2-1 challenge or the rainbow perk challenge if you can even still do that challenge. Like stuff like that, but you'll never really see much else aside from that stuff. Like you'll never really see a Mr. Rolf Waffles making daily videos on Black Ops 6 because he's speculating on the fucking zombies is and all the story, and you won't see that because there is no point to do that anymore because we get all the information. So it's just one of those things where you kind of dig your own grave as a development company, and you dig your own grave when you're developing a mode like this, and you kind of just let it sink and just kind of get rid of everything that made it special. I know a lot of people are going to be hearing me say that, and they're going to completely be against it. They are not going to understand at all what I'm on about. And it sucks too, because it's a whole thing of like, this is just kind of in your face. How is it? How are some people not understanding this? Like I know I do have a little bit of knowledge behind writing like books and stuff because of the fact that I've taken college courses, I have written stuff, I've done stuff like that. I used to be a poet to some extent as well. Like not in the cheesy fucking way. I wasn't out here doing poetry slams and stuff, but like I was like trying to get better as a writer by like doing writing exercises, by doing like creative writing poetry and stuff. So like I learned a lot about how structure is supposed to be done in writing. I learned a lot about how story structure is supposed to be done. I learned about how you are actually supposed to tell a story, how to properly tell a story to make sure everybody is continuously on in the ride with you. Heck, even in books, they tell you do not tell everybody everything about the story right away. Do not just tell everybody, oh, this is what's happening, this is X, this is Y, here you go, have fun. You don't say that because you want to save the really juicy shit for later. You want to lead up into that. You want to leave little clues and little hints through the pages and in between the lines as to what is going on. You don't want your readers to instantly know what the fuck is going on because they're not going to want to continue the fucking reading if they already know the end. If they already know how things are supposed to go, if they already know the story, if they already know all the details, then what's the fucking point? That's the same thing in zombies. That's what storytelling is all about. You're not supposed to tell everybody the point right the fuck away. And I feel like we already know the point, so what the fuck is this? What is it? Like what why are we here? Like you already told us everything that we need to know. You don't need to say much more. There is no point to extra maps now. We just kind of know everything because every time they release a map, they tell us everything. We don't need to play the map. You tell us everything anyways. And even if we played the map, the opening would just tell us anyways. So it's like, what's the point of hunting for any story? You'll just tell me. I can just sit back like I'm watching a movie and just have fun. Because, we're in just game journalist mode for the Easter egg and the stories and everything. It's like we're playing a horror game or something, but it's not actually a horror game anymore. It's just so sad. It's another cop out too. Back to the cop out thing about it being like easy because of casuals and everything. Let's be real. The real reason they went to making Easter eggs so easy and in your face as to telling you what's going on is so game journalists can also talk about the Easter eggs and not just game YouTubers and stuff. Because in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 and World at War, all that stuff, the only people talking about the intricacies of the story and everything that was so big in Call of Duty and like the zombies portions, the only people talking about that is the people who actually cared about the story. And it was like a very like it was a big part of zombies because that was zombies was people loving the story and like kind of casually playing it as well, but like we weren't like multiplayer where everybody was just playing and playing and playing. Like the news on us was just like, oh, Easter eggs, oh, like casual zombies game where you defend against zombies. Nobody really knew much about zombies. And so I feel like them going from the really intricate Easter eggs and everything they made to what they have now, I feel like they just turned on game journalist mode. That's all it was. They just made it easy for journalists, so that way when they come in and play the game, they can do the Easter egg, they can review it. IGN can give it an 8.5 out of 10, and everybody can be happy. That's what I feel like Call of Duty has gone for. And I don't know, I'm a hater. Let's play some Black Ops 1. Oh god, I'm probably gonna make that a video, dude. How long did I go? I went a full fucking hour of ranting about that shit. Yeah, I know. Yep, I know I did. You know why? Because my voice fucking hurts. And I also know I went an hour because that shit I am passionate about. It fucking pisses me off, dude. I hate the fact that I don't even like playing zombies anymore. New zombies? I don't like playing that shit. I wasted $70 on Black Ops 6. That's what I did. Because I originally played it and I thought it was I thought it was okay. But then everything just got too overbearing for me in terms of like they were just telling me too much. And I didn't feel like it was something to where I feel like whenever I play a game or whenever I play like detective games, right? Whenever I play games like mystery games or games where I have to figure stuff out, like I'm a big LA Noir fan. For instance, if anybody is a Rockstar Games fan, the people who make Grand Theft Auto and all that, if you are a fan of that series, Grand Theft Auto, that is, then you would know that Rockstar are the people who make it. They have a game called LA Noir that is literally a mystery detective game where not everything is in front of your face. You have to piece everything together. You have to tell if somebody's lying, tell if somebody's telling the truth, all that type of stuff. It's a mystery game. That's my favorite game of all time, by chance. Like, right now, at least, because I actually feel like a detective. I feel like I'm doing something. I'm actually doing something by connecting dots together and by actually being a good detective and doing good at it. Like another game I love, Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened, a very new game that came out that's very Lovecraftian, but the reason I love the game so much is it actually makes you do work. It actually makes you think. It actually makes you do some riddles instead of sitting there, just being told all the solutions. You're actually like doing a little bit more. So that's my like go-to game, and so I feel like it sucks sometimes whenever I'm trying to play a game like zombies and I'm just being told everything about the story because I'm naturally like I'm very inquisitive. I like knowing about shit without being told it. I want to learn about it by like naturally learning about it like throughout the game process. But yeah, let's play some Kino Der Toten. That's what we're doing today. Let's see, man. I'm gonna see if my thing works. Zombies solo. Yeah, as you can tell, I got Daris, Shino Numa, Varuk, Noct, Moon, Call of the Dead, Dead Ups Arcade, 5, and Kino. So I have the maps. Wait, what the fuck? I don't know why, but I can't hear the audio. 1 second. Yeah, there we go. Sound. Oh. Could that be why?
You can stop all this now.
Headphone. Yes. Let me close my thing real quick. Let's see if. Okay, I can kind of hear it. Sound. It's because the master volume's so low. There we go. I think that's better. Having it right there is good. Alright. So.
You know why you're here.
So I made a video a long time ago about why Black Ops 1 is amazing and why I love Black Ops 1. And one of the reasons was because of this main menu screen and how just new it is, and how, like, even to this day, this menu screen still holds up very well because it's creative as shit. It's the exact reason as to why I love Call of Duty Zombies. It's the creativity. The fact that they thought outside of the box for a menu screen. Like, you have a very simple menu screen. It tells you campaign, multiplayer, zombies, settings, quit. That's it. And then you have this dude interrogating you, which kind of surrounds the entire story of Black Ops 1, because throughout the entire campaign, they're interrogating you about the numbers, and you're kind of going through all the hallucinations about Victor Reznov, and everything's going on throughout the game. That's hella fucking cool. And then, you know, we also get the Vorkuta steps from Origins as well, and all that through campaign. But then in multiplayer, it's just such a nice experience, because I don't know if anybody knows this, but Black Ops 1 multiplayer was my first ever multiplayer. And I had so much fun in this multiplayer. The saturation inside of it, the brightness in it, it's so great. It's so bright. It's so, like, open. It's awesome. And in the ways of, like, the boots on the ground style, like, the maps are so small, and they're actually, like, really memorable maps too, like Array, and all those other, like, amazing fucking ones, like Nuketown combat, the fucking combat training mode was amazing. What was the firing range? I think was another one that was on here. Another thing I have that's a real gripe against multiplayer is new multiplayer these days, like the multiplayer maps of now, I don't feel like are as memorable as Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, or Black Ops 2. I do not feel like any of those games can, like, I don't feel like Black Ops 6 or any newer Call of Duty game can hold a candle to these, like, multiplayer maps. Because I can't even come close to naming a Black Ops 6 multiplayer map, and I played a lot of Black Ops 6 multiplayer in the time that I've actually played Black Ops 6. It was mostly multiplayer, because I already felt like I was playing multiplayer when I played zombies, so my go-to was playing multiplayer. So there was a lot of maps in that game. A lot of them I remember what they looked like to an extent, but I don't remember their names. I don't remember the central points of the maps. I don't remember the choke points. I don't remember the flanks. I don't remember the spawns. I don't remember any of that stuff. Now, I can tell you in Black Ops 1 multiplayer, all of the spawns, all of the flanks, all of the locations in firing.
We're running out of time.
Not to mention the Easter eggs in the map too, that they included. And it's not because I'm just some crazy fanboy of Black Ops and Black Ops 2, even though that is the case. It's because the maps were memorable. Heck, I didn't play Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2 at all, but I remember Terminal like the back of my fucking hand.
It's up to you, Mason. It's all up to you.
Why? Because I watched so many videos online of, like, Luna. Like, you know, like people who would use Call of Duty gameplay in the background of their commentaries that they would do. Like Luna, who was a Storytime YouTuber. Or other YouTubers who would just have it on in the background. Or, like, montages I would watch from FaZe, when they would hit trick shots on terminal. Like, all this stuff,
Focus,
I would
Mason.
literally
Try to remember.
see it all, and through just seeing the gameplay, I remember the maps more than I do of playing Black Ops 6. I feel like that's an actual problem. But that's just a gripe I have against multiplayer maps these days. But the multiplayer in Black Ops 1 is really good. The combat training they include in this is hella cool. I like that it's a little like side
You just have to
thing.
remember.
And then all of the wager matches you can do as well. It's just really neat. And then the zombies mode, the way they turn it into zombies and then start the damned theme song and have the interrogator that we have switch to it like an actual zombie like this, it's really neat. And then you see that the fact that they actually switch all of the footage on the screens too. So it's like just the little things they do in this menu. It's so cool. And it's not just this too. You can get up out the chair. You can go interact with the terminal behind us, and put Zork in it, and like play Dead Ops Arcade on that terminal, and unlock maps and everything like that. There's so much to this menu.
We're running out of time.
And this is just the fucking menu. I can sit at this menu for like 10 minutes and talk about all the things I love so much about the menu. The fact that you can look around alone. The fact that I can do this alone in the menu is so fucking cool to me. So it's like, the fact that I can sit here and tell you so many good things about the menu, but then be like overwhelmed when I play Black Ops 6 because the entire menu is just three little, like, 3 nodes for you to click on for their campaign. Or actually, no, I don't even think they do campaign anymore. Whatever, their multiplayer, their zombies, and then whatever their battle royale is. And then at the bottom of the fucking screen, or like on the next tab, or what the fuck ever, because they have like 8 tabs that are like impossible for you to actually like fucking go through, and it's just like so convoluted, so much shit they don't need happening on the fucking screen. But then you go to a different tab under fucking store, and they're advertising you buying tokens and buying all this shit. And it's so heavily advertised now and pushed, and things are just so heavily, like, greedy on menus now. Instead of creative, instead of cool. Like, shit, I could sit right here and just chill. I could do this all day. This is dope. But I can tell you right now, I would alt-tab out the fucking screen so hard if my girl came in while it was on Black Ops 6, because it'd be embarrassing for her to see me on that shit. I'd be embarrassed to be on that menu in front of somebody. The fuck? Feel like I'm at a goddamn casino. Feel like I'm in New York. Fucking Times Square with all the ads in my goddamn face for the game I already played. I already paid $70 plus for. Like, dude. And I know you can say the same thing about BO3, but like I said before, like previously, I had said this. The reason why people say you can say that about BO3 is because Advanced Warfare introduced loot boxes, and then BO3 just kind of used a little bit of loot boxes still, and then some Liquid Divinium as well. But it wasn't pushed in your face every time you fucking opened the game. Maybe the message of the day sometimes was just letting you know about bundles or what the fuck ever. But you didn't open multiplayer, and the, like, entire screen was just a button for you to click on that said, like, buy a fucking bundle of tokens or all this shit. And then there was a little fucking button for you to say play. Like, it wasn't anything like that, where it was just so overly in your face for you to, like, click on something or pay to win like it is now in Black Ops 6, because it's literally play to win now, or pay to win now. You can try and say, no, it's not, all this stuff. It is. It literally is. Like, I've talked to people who have had to deal with a lot of shit in the multiplayer in BO6 for, like, the stuff that you can buy in BO6 now. And then on top of that, they're, like, going in the gutter with the amount of, like, shit that you can buy for BO6. The skins and all this crap they have coming out for it. It's ridiculous, man. It's like they're trying way too much to be Fortnite when they're not Fortnite. It's sad to say this, but I think Gears of War and Battlefield are more Call of Duty than Call of Duty is even Call of Duty anymore. And that's like a kind of sad thing to say, because everybody used to say that Call of Duty was like 20 times better than Battlefield, but I don't feel like Battlefield is worse than Call of Duty anymore. I feel like they're at like an equal rate. And I feel like Gears of War overshadows all of these fucking games right now. That's kind of sad. At least to me, that's sad. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into one of my favorite maps of all time. This was the first map I ever played. Ever, by the way. I think it was in like 2011 when I played this map for the first time. It was with my sister and her husband at the time. She introduced me to Call of Duty Zombies through all of this. And in the background of playing that, she had Alina Sigmund's 115 on her MP3 at the time. You know, the video MP3 that came out, the like really fucking cool one that had the deck that you can like insert it into, and it like played the music and everything. Like, she had all of that set up, and we're playing Black Ops 1 together. It was a fucking lit ass time. But we're about to do that same thing, but without the MP3, okay? I don't have an MP3 player. I am sorry about that, but we can at least enjoy the experience of Kino der Toten. Yeah, let's jump in. So, solo, Kino.
Entry 741021. Perhaps this station will hold the key to the real goals of Group 935. I still do not trust my unconventional allies, but they are of great use to me. But I digress. Who would have thought the MDT was capable of time travel? How many stations does this group have? Where did that little girl disappear to? Only time will tell what new questions await us in this theater of the damned.
Yeah, so you see, this even here, we don't know a lot of information about Kino der Toten. We don't know a lot of story beats about Kino, because the story of Kino is very short and very sweet. We were in DeLusions. We transported or teleported or whatever you want to say, using a DeLusions teleporter. No! And in the middle of that teleportation, Tank Dempsey shot the Wonderwolf. And then we broke space-time forever and transported to Kino. I think that's how we sparked all of the different rips and different dimensions and stuff, is by breaking space-time by doing this. But we don't naturally really know that information. Now, we could kind of derive it by looking at the fucking screen that we just saw, and also listening to Richtofen and connecting dots. But what I love about it, this is like, it doesn't just tell you straight up, like, oh, by the way, this map is just like, you guys transported here because Tank Dempsey shot the Wonderwolf. It's just like letting you connect all the dots yourself.
Power, just like home.
Oh, the crouch isn't in this, or the pro isn't in Black Ops 1? I always thought it was.
Oh, I found the rock. Good.
I gotta up my sensitivity, hold on. My sensitivity is so low. Controls, gamepad, yup. I need that shit like, no, I need that shit like 9.
Great.
9. 9. Put that 9. Ah, there we go. Oh, yes, America. That's the American flag, right? Right? I thought that's the American flag, isn't it? I could have sworn. Oh, look at you, you little fucking... You American jabroni. Hell yeah. Hit me with that Trump walk. Hit me with the Trump. Oh, yeah, the Trump walk. He hit him with
You know how to say owned in Russian?
Beautiful.
Owned!
God damn. I think they call that the sea walk. We got the sea walk. Now we got the T walk.
You see what happens when you touch Nikolai?
See what happens when you touch Nikolai? Ah! Arnold comes out.
Getting low on ammunition.
You know what's rushing for ammunition? Ammunition!
It is happy hour.
Who's got the blues? Loser. They also don't tell you about these. You gotta find them yourself. The meteors. They also don't tell you about the papers. They don't tell you about that. Or the fact that that looks like a fucking Reaper. Or something like that. One hell of a bloodstain. I love that people were trying to like theorize that bloodstain kind of reference.
You were dead now, but you were dead before.
There were so many people
fuck you.
saying that like Shadow Man was referencing this, like that picture on their like that the blacked out photo of the character. Or something like that.
Nikolai is coming for you.
I don't even remember if it was a black square. I know I think it was like classified. So it's literally in Black Ops 4 when we figure it out. So it's not even that official, but I mean, I don't call Black Ops 4 official story, even if it was done by Jason. Black Ops 4 didn't have it. Black Ops 4 was bad. Revelations was our last map. That's why I like it.
No
I
touching!
gotta say though, Revelations
I have
was a
issue.
good place to end it. If we just ended it there for the major story, that would have been a good place to end it. At least comparatively to where we did it. Either that or like have a story where like,
I like it rough,
we're
but not
just
that
doing
rough.
Easter egg shit in the Great War.
Running low on ammo.
Fucking
I'm drunk.
tagged your totem. That
Die, Satan's minions!
is sad. Who the fuck wants to die? Call of the Dead. Not even the Call of the Dead cast wanted to die in Call of the Dead. For good reason, but I mean still. The saying still matters. But this
Why
what I'm
is no
talking
one
about.
caring about my lack of ammo?
All these.
Hey, someone stole the image from this picture.
If you hold square on all these photos, your player character will actually have things to do.
Double points.
But I have double points, and I need to.
This is proper socialist reform.
The two-hit system in this game is gonna fuck me.
I like it rough, but not
I'm
that
so
rough.
used to Black Ops 3's not two-hit system there.
Hey, Dempsey, I think they got your bad side.
Oh, definitely.
Well, they do say the screen puts on 10 pounds. I hate you, Takeo.
There's nothing to say about the doc. Nothing to say about the doctor.
Richtofen looks a little younger in this painting.
Wasn't he younger?
When did I run out of ammo?
Yeah, he was.
This is nice and light.
I mean, he does.
Like wheat before sight.
You don't have that. Here's the second meteor.
I found another rock,
The first
but
one
no
was
vodka.
that one I pushed square.
Never mess with a Soviet.
Second one now. Just gotta get a third one, which is kind of hard for us to reach right now, so it'll probably be a little later to get that one.
Did you guys hear that voice?
Now we can have mashed potatoes. I think I can afford it. I'm gonna see if I can get all three.
Do you guys hear all that racket?
But the spots that you can teleport to. Let's see if I can get.
Reach for vodka tonight!
Oh, here's the first meteor. For any of you who are following this as like a yeah, let's do it actually. I'll make Easter egg guides for all of the Call of Duty Zombies maps. Just all of the Easter eggs in the game. I'll make guides for it because I need content. Just do that. Fuck yeah, let's go. So you know that's the first one over that way. Since we're doing a guide now, that's the first one over that way. The first one's over here in that little area. Yeah, that's so no, what's that called? The dressing room? Yeah, it's the dressing room. The second one's in the dressing room. The third one is in the other dressing room, right? The question mark there. Let me go get let me go load up the QR. Reach for vodka tonight. I miss all these words.
I think Dempsey is right. It is a bit fishy.
That's another thing that I really love about
You see what happens when you touch the light?
It's like give you little bits and details of information. Like how we know through the
Good health spawns. Die!
We know that he isn't the fact that talk about like
No, it's my monster! Mine own!
you know, like just the little things he said.
I just killed a billion zombies! Why is no one helping?
We don't need like.
Hey, where is all the ammo at?
Because well, you just figured that out. Like no shit. He's talking about gargles and shit. Like no, yeah, he is. But and it's also a thing of like through the books you figure out about Nikolai's lives, for instance. Like just figuring that out, for instance, like we didn't even know that Nikolai all that time was just tripping. He never actually had 9 wives or 7 wives or how many wives he had. He never actually had as many wives as he thought he did. He didn't kill as many wives.
What? That stripper must have stolen my money!
It was just his delusions. He was just a drunk. Dude was just crazy.
When did I run out of ammo?
That's another thing that we learned. This is true. For those of you unaware, this right here is a little Easter egg that us in the Kino community don't really know too much about. But it is a closet Easter egg. It is replicated in, I think, the remake in Black Ops 3, but just not out here. I think it's in a different location. I think it's in the alley within the remake. But what this is just a banging on the closet door over there. We don't know who's banging or what the banging could be, but we've always speculated and had thoughts and theories. Never anything concrete though. Cool. It's a cool Easter egg. Ammo is 500. Oh. But Not me being
I'm out of ammo! Maybe I should just drink instead. Piss on someone.
Was that the last one?
No touching! I have issue.
I miss teddy bears everywhere in zombies, and it being an actual Easter egg. Oh yeah, zombies, teddy bears.
Fetch me their soul! I think there are dogs coming now!
This is another thing that I
Why am I so heavy now?
really has something that says like spine tingling is like hearing the panzer come in, or you know what I mean? I don't know. That was just something that I was thinking because I was like, that's something I just realized. Like I haven't seen that in like something where it's actually like spine tingling, where it like makes you breathe. Maybe it's just.
Demon spawn! The Red Army cannot be overrun!
Risking shit. I'm not risking shit. Fuck
Salute!
Dead. Alright, here is the third meteor. Right here. As soon as we hit this, the song will start.
Here's the last piece. What do I win? Hey, hey! I found something neat! You know how to say owned in Russian? Owned! Vodka for everybody! I made a very big mess. Greedy capitalist dogs did it. Break time over now? Come back! Nikolai can still fight!
GG, man. GG. We made it to round 8. We did Alina Sigmund's little Easter egg. I hope that helped. I hope that helped any of you who were trying to find the meteors, trying to get that Easter egg done. If you enjoyed the video, hit a like.
I think we need to do something about the power. Oh, I found the rock. Great.
I'm gonna play one more go at this, and then since we're only like an hour and a half in, I'll probably play some 30s. Shoot 'em in the balls. that the theme music played in the background every play. It's like very faint. You hear that? It's like behind the windshield. Yeah, I can hear it. It's at like a 1 volume or something like that. It's like really fucking...
Why am I always needing more ammo?
I'm sure if
I'm out of ammo! Maybe I should just drink instead. Piss on someone. No touchy! I have issue. Why is no one caring about my lack of ammo?
He just wants people to care about him. Some men are very care about my ammo.
Just for the doctor order.
Give a shit about my lack of ammo. I love it. Sorry, I had a rip off the Silent Hill video. I was fucking sweating. I live in the Central Valley. I'm just fucking. I'm
Hey, snipers may wear diapers, but we get all the ladies, eh? You know how to say owned in Russian? Owned!
Oh, it's just that was a one shot to the face. Is it one shot to the face?
So you're dead now, but you were dead before. Ah, fuck you. I like it rough, but not that rough. Keep nudes, hell pigs!
But
Die!
I think something that I really like about this map, though, and this is kind of like what we talking about in his storytelling video, is just all the little bits of pieces
Die now, son of bitch!
that you can just see. And so much about like the story of Noct is the fact that Richtofen and Maxis over it was mostly Richtofen
No touchy!
side for
I have
the
issue.
Illuminati, right?
You fall like coddled bourgeois.
He was trying to get funding from a lot of very
You're dead now, but you were dead before. Ah, fuck you. Die, Satan's minions!
That was really like crazy. They would actually
Nikolai cannot die! Hey, that rhymes!
and so you can tell.
Oh, I feel stupid.
I didn't have pictures on it. I was too busy talking about it. But no, Kuno is just a really good, like, it's a good story. And that right there, the stage, that's where Richtofen would show off a lot of his inventions. And as we all know, when we open up the theater and we start seeing the film play on the theater,
Maybe Maybe someone should go turn on the power now.
That is like how he used to show all of the investors, all the people there, like what they're working on. And I'm pretty sure part of what we see there in that.
Oh, I found the rock. Great.
It's just like zombies, like zombies, and being able to control the undead and all the things they were working on. Like in general, Kino der Toten was just ground zero for their funding. And so when you get here, you see all of that. You see like that they were using to just kind of showcase what the teleporter could do. Because if you really imagine what this teleporter could do, the sole purpose of this teleporter is to go from over there in the stage area.
Die, Satan's minions!
That genuinely made me jump. That genuinely made me jump. What I was saying before I was rudely interrupted.
Who didn't pay the electric
if you
bill?
think about it, the sole purpose of this teleporter is for it to go from out there to the stage to here. You're not supposed to go to any other location. What we get are like fractional, like, or are fractions in our dimension, in our time, in our rift. It's all the stuff that was caused by Tank Dempsey shooting the Wonder Woman all that time ago, like right before Kino, because that's how we got it. Is Tank Dempsey shot a Wonder Woman, and it was the fabric of space and time, and we literally came here. And that's why every time we teleport using that teleporter over there, we keep going to Samantha's bedroom, or like anything, like the shit that we see here up, like we see that stuff. Like, it's
why am I always needing more ammo? Why is no one caring about my lack of ammo?
Prototype to show all the investors what it can do. He would probably stick those investors in the teleporter and have them teleport there. And they'd see it, understand how it would work.
Why am I so heavy now?
So, you know, it's just like, it's all the environmental storytelling that I love about all I don't feel like that's carried over at all. Environmental storytelling has definitely not been.
I think Dempsey is right. It is a bit fishy.
I think is true with how the fact that Jared was able to fully I don't think it's I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Whatever the case may be, zombies have gone downhill for some reason. I don't even know who's running zombies.
Die by the hand of Nikolai! Hey, the rhyme. Hakim Newts, hell pigs! Die!
I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't think we do. Do we? Is it like, is there a prevalent... I think this entire time that I've been doing this video, the fucking thing's been way too high, so I'm gonna put this down to like 0.8. Because I just feel like the audio is just way too high for y'all. That looks like a lot better. Okay. I'm just gonna reiterate a couple things I said for the video, because I'm gonna edit this down later. And I want to make sure that even if, like, the audio was a little too loud, I can still have a good clip with me saying it, but the only reason this teleporter is here in Kino der Toten, like the teleporter from the stage to there, is because this entire Kino der Toten, like this entire theater, the theater of the damned that we're here, it was all like just made to showcase stuff that Group 935 was working on. It was to showcase like their teleporters, like their ray guns, their wonder walls, all of like the intricate like mechanical shit that they were inventing here.
I can camp somewhere and not have to move so much. Good.
As
I
a
get
scientific
tired.
like war against, you know, America and that, and trying to, you know, win for the Nazi Party.
You're dead
This
now,
is where
but
he
you were dead
actually
before.
funded
Ah, fuck you.
everything that he would do, all that crap for the Nazi Party, and he would show all of the stuff that he was working on to investors here. So the reason the teleporters here, I'm pretty sure, the reason the like everything's here, the reason that we see Nazi flags, all that, is because he was showcasing his stuff here, and he was like prototyping everything, just trying to get investments. And that's like the whole story of like Kino, really, is Kino was just really an investment area for the box office. It was like an area for him to go for everybody to see his work. And that's why I think this is like a little like nice map to start off on, is this map has a lot of story implementation. I mean, with the fact that this is where he got all of his funding to do the shit in the first place, but also for the fact that it's like a really big theater. It's a good spot for a zombies map. It has like a good amount of story, even though it really doesn't. Like, it doesn't have an Easter egg, it doesn't have much of anything, but you get to go to like little locations. You get to like have fractured time areas where like you literally go to different locations like the teleporter wasn't.
You know how to say
Like,
owned
all
in
those places,
Russian?
like San
Owned!
Diego, the hospital, all that. Those are all fractures in time.
I like it rough, but not that rough.
From Dervis to here. And it broke the space-time continuum.
Two gems at the
Now,
road.
whenever we
Let's
teleport,
stay healthy.
it's kind of crazy. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen when we teleport. So whenever we teleport on Kino, that's why we go to like one of to like that main
No touchy!
just because like, you know,
I have missed you.
just keep like accidentally teleporting places we're not even supposed to be.
Die, Satan's minions!
For those of you who are wondering, there's a cool Easter egg right over here. If you hear that, that's somebody banging on the closet over here. We're not really sure exactly who it is that's banging on the closet, or what they need, or really much of anything at all, but this is a Easter egg that actually carries over into the remake of Kino on BO3. I believe
I found another rock, but no vodka!
like one of the doors in the alley ends up having like a knocking sound at it, and it's just basically that Easter egg, like a callback. But also, that's the other part right there.
Uh-oh, that sounds like trouble.
And then it takes you all the way to here. So that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. It's just a prototype. All it is. It's just a demonstration prototype. That's all it's meant to be. And then up here, the reason why this trap is here is because he was probably using it as a prototype as well. He was probably showing off the fucking trap. There's just a lot of things that you can connect dots on why they're here. This, he was showing it off for everybody. The Juggernog machines and the quick revive and all that. I'm not sure exactly who made it, back in like Black Ops 1, what we thought was going on was Group 935 manufactured the drinks, but now apparently Dr. Monty put them in the game, and that's where they come from. So they come from Dr. Monty. But you know, back in the day, we thought Group 935 was making these. So the theory back in the day was, you know, the Juggernog machines and the perk machines are all here for demonstration as well. At least that was my working theory. Was everything that was here was meant to just prototype for fun. Okay. Nice. So we just end up right back here. I believe this right here was a notebook of Max's. His name is right there on the thing. If anybody can see that. Ludwig Max's. Like this was his office. Or actually, I think this was an office. I don't know exactly.
Double points! Vodka for everybody!
We saw one of the bedrooms. That's actually
Greedy capitalist dogs, give me ammo! Thank you! Disembodied little voice. Explosives make things so much easier. Stay away from my vodka! But it's a classic. Running low on ammo. I'm drunk. When did I run out of ammo?
Easy way to kill him. Alright, let's go get the MP40 so I can actually do more with the stuff I have.
This is nice and light.
Where the fuck is it? Where's that crawler at? Easy. Easy. I actually do want to show you one more thing.
I like it rough, but not that rough.
If I can make it. It's a cool little history fact that a lot of people probably do know about, but I do want to introduce to this video. So if you look here at this teleporter, if you are a history buff of World War II, then you probably understand where this entire teleporter comes from. This teleporter was actually designed, in-game designed, based off of a real-world historian thing that the Nazis were making, called DELUSIONS. I'm not exactly sure of a lot of the information surrounding DELUSIONS, but it was a pretty heinous experiment that they were doing. It had a lot of really bad repercussions. Not repercussions, but possible repercussions due to them working. I think it had something to do with magics. I think it did have to do with like
You
teleportation.
see what happened to me? There were
like
thousands.
Wait, why did I game this? Okay. I'm not exactly sure on the history, but it was
You got slime on my uniform.
Nazi project that the transportation device that we use, the teleporter, it was literally based off of it. Down to the fact that the swastika was in the same place.
I
And
think
also,
DMC is right. It is a bit fishy.
The little place that we shoot, the fly trap, that is actually that fly trap little stone like overlay thing that the panel is on is actually surrounding what is the die glock. That's what the foundation of the die glock is. It's this whole teleportation thing, but it's more of like an oval looking thing, and this whole part right here is closed. And then like, so there's like no opening here. And then there's like a thing surrounding it fully that is just exactly the same thing as that.
You know how to say owned in Russian? Owned!
So, literally the teleporter and the very first Easter egg ever in Call of Duty Zombies on Derice, that's like official, are both like inspired by Daigo, which is something that was worked on by the Nazi. Pretty fucking crazy.
Die, demon hell pigs!
To think about. Yo, what's up, Turbo?
Fetch me their soul!
My voice is lower than the game. The fuck? Okay. I'll fix that shit right now. I just noticed you were here. I don't know why my chat was not, like, showing that my people were here talking. Literally, my chat just updated, so I'm not sure if you talked earlier or if you just did or not, but yeah, it just updated saying that you were fucking talking. What's up, man? Hopefully that's a little better. Oh, you just popped in. Okay, cool. I was like, wait a minute. Did it tell me late that you were in here? Because I was working on my audio earlier, so I thought you were just like reacting to what I said then. Because I was like, wait, I'm trying to fix my audio. Does this sound good? Does this sound like testing? But no, man, it's good to see you. How you doing, Turbo? We're playing some Call of Duty Zombies. As you know, I'm a nerd for the lore of zombies, so we're talking about some lore. We're having some fun. I'm talking about all the inspirations behind the zombies maps. We're playing some Black Ops 1 just as a whole. Just because I'm bored, you know what I mean? I've been working a lot lately, so I need something nice to do. And I wanted to hang out with my friends and family. The corpse yard, if you will. This should be a lot better, though. I'm hoping this is better. It looks already like it's a lot bigger than the game. I'm hoping that it wasn't, like, bad. Because if so, then I gotta explain all the shit I just said all over again so I can actually have a cool clip for a video. I need to run away. No! Don't take my booty cheeks, Mr. Man. No, not me! Oh, no! The milkman got me! Oh, not the milkman!
How do you say thank you, an idiot?
Dude, I remember you telling me that you just started working there. How is it? That sounds fun as hell, dude. I wish I could work at a dispensary. I've been wanting to for like the longest time, but it's one of those things where even out here, it's a whole thing of like, you need to know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. Like, you need to have connections deep just to get a dispensary job. It's pretty cool for real. That's what's up, dude. I hear that you do get a lot of free shit because of you working at a dispensary. Do you get a lot of free shit? I remember you saying that you got like some, but
you were dead before.
Is it like an every time you work situation where they're just like, hey, yo, take it?
You see what happens when you touch the
Giggity?
blade?
Ah, fuck. I have issue. Oh, that's what's up. That's lit. That's lit. Yeah, I've looked around here and there's a lot of different dispensary jobs out here, so I might end up doing a few. But yeah, no, it's one of those things, dude, where out here it's so hard. But I'm happy that you were able to get it. And honestly, a dispensary job, I think it's perfect for you because you're very. I can tell you are somebody who would literally just do his best work as a customer service rep of any kind. And also just like selling weed, like you would make any stoner laugh their ass off, and you would be able to sell a lot of weed because of that. So yeah, I wholeheartedly think that you are meant to be a dispensary clerk. Let's be real, bro. Or not just meant to be it and that's it, but you know what I mean. Like you are literally built for this shit. But yeah, man, I've been doing great. I've been working my ass off. Same as you, pretty much. I've just been trying to do more things that I enjoy doing because it's been a long time since I've done that.
Who are you working for?
It's been a long time since I've taken time for myself and enjoyed myself and done stuff like, you know, content, because I always just overthink and I'm like, I don't have time to do stuff like hobbies and all that. I gotta work, I gotta work, I gotta work. And then I end up just being lazy and procrastinating shit and then video gaming and everything like that. When in reality, I should be live streaming myself as I game, because then I'd actually be doing what I want to do. But I'm too lazy and
It's up to you, Mason.
procrastinate
It's
and all
all up
that.
to you.
But I was like, today, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're live streaming since I want to play Black Ops 1. We're live streaming. And then I got into a whole rant about like modern zombies versus like old zombies. For real, dog. A bud tender, dude. I fucking love that name, bud tender. One of my really good pals out here that I know, I worked at this place called CSET with him. Me and him would do a lot of different like labor jobs together. I worked construction with him. I worked roofing with him for a little while. Um, and he like used to work at this place out here that is just the best cannabis store I've ever been to. Just because, like, they're very local. Like, I live in farmland and we grow out here and we sell our shit out here, and our shit's hella fucking good. So, like, literally, I was really best friends with this dude, and his uncle worked at a dispensary, and he got started at that same dispensary because of that, and he used to give me so much free shit. I swear to fucking god, it was so, oh my god, man, it was so bad. It was good, but it was bad, you know what I mean? It was like a bad amount of good. And like, it was just dude, I love that shit. I love bud tenders. I love dispensaries. I love that shit, dude. Working on one is awesome. Yeah, honestly, you kind of have to let those people be, because they're just kind of stale. It's like trying to make a brick wall laugh. You're not really going to be doing much of anything. They don't have humor, you know? At the end of the day, you can make anybody laugh, but it's just at the end of, like, when you're selling somebody a product, it's better just to sell somebody the product than worry about making them giggle a little bit, you know? Still though. Oh, that's what's up, you too? Damn, you and I both working with our hands, getting some fucking mud on our pants and shit, you know? Pulling ourselves up from the bootstraps, if you will, like some fucking masculine men, bro. Masculine, manly men we are. But no, I worked some construction for a while, yeah. I started off, I think my first job was I was working at a recycling center for CSET. I would help like distribute recycling throughout like plastics, cans, all that stuff. Um, and then they transferred me from that to construction, like their construction team that they had for CSET, and I did construction for them for like the better part of like a year. And then they put me on roofing for a while, and I'm scared of heights, so it sucked. But I still did it because I needed money, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. So I did roofing for a while, met some really cool people through that. But I wasn't able to stay with that for long because, you know, I'm afraid of heights, and that's kind of hard to do as a roofer. Uh but I changed from that to highway work. I would go on the highways and the freeways and everything like that, like all the like very high maintenance roads, and we would park on the sides next to those mediums, like the medians, I think they're actually called, which is the things in the middle of the freeway that separate the two sides of the freeway, the one going this way and the one going that way. Like, we would go into those middles, those like separation zones, and we would just like walk those separation zones going all the way down the freeway or all the way down the highway, and we would just pick up trash. And I did that for a long time, like I think the better part of like 2 years. And after doing that enough, I ended up losing a couple people, two people that I knew through a different branch of CSET. died in Bakersfield, like not too far from where I live. Um, they died from a semi truck. They were doing their basic work. Everything was going well. Everything was good. You know, because at the end of the day, when you're doing highway work, you can't ever really guess whether or not like something bad is gonna happen. When it's like a fucking semi truck or it's like a fucking car accident, you know, there's no protecting that. There's no OSHA standard of how to not die from a semi squashing the fuck out of you. So, you know, just the safety precautions, there was nothing to do, and it happened. And when that happened, my girl pulled me from even going out there anymore. She did not want me out there anymore because of the fact that should happen, and it opened her eyes a lot more to the dangers. Because beforehand it was just like, yeah, it's dangerous, but like we need money. And then after that shit happened, she was like, I don't give a shit how much money we make off of this. I'm not about to lose you, so like I can't have you working out on the fucking street when 2 people just fucking died recently. Literally right after that happened too, like our safety procedures got so fucking much better too. It sucked. Like literally our safety procedures were shit before then. And I think that's a big reason as to why the accident could have happened, but it was just so stupid. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I didn't know them personally, but I knew them through the branch. Like, I knew of them, you know what I mean? Because CSAT is a pretty big company, but the people who were working locally, like, there's not a lot of people locally. Like, there's, like, maybe 1,000 people in the area I'm in. And in Bakersfield, like, maybe double that. But I knew a lot of those people that knew them. I knew their family to an extent. Like, there were a couple of their family members who worked at the branch of CSET I worked at. And so once that all happened, those people literally quit. Like, right after it happened, they quit. And the reason they didn't even give a reason. We all knew the reason. Nobody needed to ask. They just quit. So yeah, it's like it's a whole thing of like, it just sucks to know people who had to go through all that shit, but yeah, it's fucking scary working on construction, dude. But yeah, no, I've been doing a lot of shit in my spare time since I've been making video content as NearDYE, and a lot of it has been stuff that I have not been particularly fond of doing. It's stuff that I have not had a good time doing, and my life since I stopped being NearDYE has kind of just plummeted. The only good thing about it has been my fiance and being able to be in my own place and everything like that, and now having stability and being my own man and everything. Like, it's really fucking cool, but it's just a lot of stuff I'm doing right now I don't want to do. That's because I don't really have hobbies, so that's what I'm here for. That's what the YouTube is here for, dog. That's why I'm streaming. We chilling, doing shit. Hell, I picked up comic books today because of that. Like, there's a comic book store across the street from our place, and they're doing a sale for like half off all their comic books. And so I went and got like hella comic books today. But I've been hella diving into reading and philosophy and all that kind of stuff for like hobbies and shit. I've been finding a lot more hobbies. Your boy's been busy, making himself busy a little bit. Let's go and play some Knocked. Let's go play some Knocked. Knocked out on Tolton. 1964. Thought that said 1969 at first, and then I was like, wait a minute, no, your fucking mind's just in the gutter, dumbass. It's not 1969, the fuck? It's 1964. Fucking perverted ass bitch. No. Oh god, I love it. Here we are, Nocturne Totem. I have to say, the opening to this is a lot different in this version. Not a fan. Just cause in the original version we have like the whole fucking plane crash and everything going on with that opening. In this one, it's just a fucking card. Oh my god, dude. Closing and then opening? Dude. Yeah, no, I'd fucking go to sleep. Go to fuck to sleep. What the fuck are you doing here? Go to sleep, dude. What are you doing here? I appreciate you so much, Turbo, for coming by, enjoying the stream a little bit, you know, hanging out with me. I know zombies isn't really your thing, so I do appreciate you spending the time. You know, I hope we can chill sometime soon and do something together content-wise. It'd be fun.
Embrace your death.
But yeah, things are going good for me, dude. Things are on my plate, and yeah, it is all positive. It is all positive. Even if it's stuff I don't want to do, the most positive things in life can be the stuff that you do not want to do. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the road, it's going to be granting you nothing but the best. You know? So, it's one of those things where I know it's all going to be good in the end. It's just, I need some hobbies. But yeah. Anyways, man, please, get some rest. Enjoy the rest of your night, or your day, whatever the fuck it is right now in New York. Please get some fucking good-ass sleep, because I know you're probably gonna need it for your next day. Ugh. There's nobody allowed inside. Nobody's allowed inside. You right there. You, Mr. Man. I'm gonna shoot you in the midsection a couple times. Right in the booty cheeks. Hit you a couple times. Right in the face hole. Right in the face hole. Not allowed inside. Not allowed inside. I forgot that he does that. Points. Dude, Rick Toppin is great. A lot of people wonder where I get my manic personality from, and I'm just like, dude, I'm a huge Edward Richtofen fan. Like, my laugh is kind of manic sometimes, my mannerisms and the way I talk.
Leave me alone.
And I'm just like, dude, it has to be from the fact that I just played way too much Call of Duty Zombies growing up, and so, since my favorite character was Richtofen, most likely a lot of my fucking, like, a lot of my personality and a lot of my jokes and stuff come from, like, Edward's vocabulary and the way he talks sometimes.
All I have left is my knife.
Dude! Did I really just get fucking ballistics knives? Okay, commando, that's better. A commando is better. Fucking hell, man. Fucking tried giving me that crap. Fucking ballistic knife. What is this, Black Ops 2? The fuck? What am I gonna do with that? Hit a cross map tomahawk? Revive my teammate? The fuck? That is something I do miss too, dude, is the cross-map culture from Call of Duty. Who remembers Call of Duty multiplayer tomahawk culture? Especially in Black Ops 1. Starting every single map with the tomahawk across the map. Or every single match. I mean, not starting every single map. Starting every single match with a tomahawk across the map. Same thing in Black Ops 2. Everybody would carry that ballista or the DSR. Fucking tomahawk across the map.
I have no ammo left.
Again with the ballistic knives! Oh, somebody at Treyarch really wants me to fucking go with the ballistic knives today. Is that what they want? Damn. Is it because the knife is still a one-hit right now? Fucking hell, a pistol! Dude, I'm better off with the ballistic! What is this? What is this box luck? Am I hearing them getting into the fucking stone border right now? The window with the stone on it? Am I really hearing them getting into that one?
Do not touch me, Schweinhund!
Is it really that hard to get in through these windows?
It's nice to take clean off! I'm so happy! Thank you!
I am such bad. I'm such bad. There we go.
Oh, this is much better than my Hitler Youth knife.
Hitler Youth knife. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
See how you pay for touching the dog.
The fuck? What was that?
I will try to root all of their
Oh,
extremities.
dual wield. Even better. You're not. Who knows? Fucking hell! This game really wants me to have the ballistic knife! Oh my god! 3 ballistic knives in a row! I cannot make this shit up! Is this a fake video? What? 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 Ah, that's great, dude. That's fucking fantastic. Should I just buy the Thompson at this point? I feel like I need to buy the Thompson. Just because of the fact that I can't pull a good gun. I do want to keep going to see if I get like a ray gun or a thunder gun, because they sell the thunder gun in the box. But with the way everything's going, I don't want to risk it. I'm scared. Scared to fucking risk that shit. End up dying so fast. I need to pull out the commando right now just so I can actually get some long range kills. Excuse me. Choking on some spit. It was close, man, so we didn't need to. You just dropped the fucking nuke in front of me like that. Like it's Christmas. Oh, okay, this I can get behind. You see, I can get behind it until a zombie gets behind me and fucks me. And in that part, he didn't get behind me. He was like in front of me like this, and he just said, no, just like that, just like, just like that. That's all he did. That was unfortunate. That was an unfortunate game. So let's go and I'm gonna do one more game of Noct here, and then I'll probably do a game of Darius, and then I'll probably end it. I'm trying to end by 8 o'clock so I can do some chores around my house. Oh, we still got some time in the schedule. We still got some time. Got plenty of time for all of you. I love y'all guys. I love all you guys. I love how much they talked about blood in the Call of Duty Zombies lore, and the fact that they brought it in, like with everything with the blood keeping them in the dimension, the Revelations. thought I heard somebody get here just now. I think I'm tripping.
Need to get another killing machine. I have no ammo left to treat my people.
I low-key wish I had, like, better time management skills and better scheduling. Because
No ammo left.
whenever I stream, I always think about it. My thumbnails are always bad whenever I stream. Or just default whenever I stream. And I never share my stream around, really. I feel like I need people to help me or something, man. Because I'm just really bad at this. I like sharing my stream, making sure I get it out there on like Twitter and Instagram and all those like social media sites. And then also on top of that, making my thumbnail before I start the stream to like, you know, make it look good. And then getting that done in time so I can stream and have like a good lengthy stream. Without, you know, like cutting into the time for the stream while making the thumbnail. Because that tends to happen to me. Whenever I make the thumbnail for the stream that I want to do, it ends up going late. And I end up being like, shit, now I gotta wait for like tomorrow or the next day just so I can stream. Just because like I started making this thumbnail at like 4 p.m. My wife gets back at 6 and I have like 1 hour to stream instead of like the 2.5 hours I was when I started.
Oh, this is much better than my Hitler Youth knife.
I just gotta better schedule everything. It's mostly though because of my wife and I have very like differing schedules. Not like just in general of both of our schedules are different. It's just the fact that it's always different for us every single week on when we'll be able to do stuff. And who's working when and who's working and who isn't working, you know what I mean? Like when I'll be home and she'll be home. And whenever she's home, I'm not really able to stream because, you know, in the time that she's here, me and her are talking and me and her conversing and everything like that. It's not really like stream conversation. It's not really something to stream. Unless like she would want that, but that's her decision. But like, it's the whole thing of like, it's just hard for me to like find the time to stream or find the time to make content.
I have no ammo left.
I swear, they really say, like, when you are in a relationship, a lot of your time is taken up. They say that for, like, a really good reason. And then when you also toss in the fact that, like, work fucks you over the time a lot, too. They will really not fuck with you.
I am out of ammo. Excuse me, do you have the time? Gore, sinew, bone, organs, pulmonary system. Double points. The first cut is the deepest. Doctor is in.
Where's the last zombie at? Oh. Kill him really quick so we can exchange the round. Let's see what I can get. Please, not a ballistic knife. Please, anything but a ballistic knife. Okay, the AUG I'll fucking do. I'll deal with the AUG. I'll definitely do with that. Holy shit. This game is saying sorry. This game has said sorry to me. I accept your apology. I accept your bloody fucking apology. I swear if I down because of some stupid shit, I'm gonna be pissy. I'm gonna be one pissy ass mother. Shut your mouth.
Dare to port?
hit him with the nuke. That's all we can do, dude. That's all we can do. Hit him with the nuke. I swear, when you have good guns, this goes by a lot easier. Makes things easier. To an extent. Just in terms of being able to kill the zombies. Surviving, not so much. Being able to kill, yes.
Leave me alone. Now let's see you clap.
Jesus, so many nukes. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the nukes. I like nukes. They're helpful. Especially when you're playing Noct, they're fucking helpful. Shit's slow as fuck in the beginning. You need to kill as many of these motherfuckers as you possibly can. Oh, my girl's calling me? Bad timing, baby. Hey, honey. You're dying? Oh, no.